Get ready with me while I tell you how my coworker's wife thought I was having an affair with her husband. Now, I don't want to use real names for this story, so we'll just call my coworker Steve, and his wife is going to be Barbara. I'm 18 years old, I'm in college, and this is pre-nursing school, by the way. And one of my friends was working at an assisted living facility that was just a couple of minutes away from campus, and so she got me a job there to be a caregiver, which is pretty much like a CNA but without having to get certified to be a CNA. Steve is the cook at said facility, and the only time I have run-ins with Steve is at dinner time because I work the 2 to 10 shift. So I'm there, I have all of my residents in my assigned pod, I get them down for dinner, I serve them their dinner from Steve that Steve has made, and that's literally it. One particular day, I'm minding my 18-year-old business, and I get off work, going back to the dorm, about to go study, and I get a very interesting phone call from a number that is not saved in my phone. Child, it was Barbara. Mind you, I don't even know who Barbara is because I barely know Steve. I get plates from Steve and then I take the plates to my residence. Barbara is accusing me of sleeping with her husband, having an affair. She said that she found all of the text messages. And I'm like, who are you and who is your husband? She proceeds to tell me that her husband is Steve. And I'm like, Steve? How did she get my number, you ask? Great question, because I was thinking the same thing. I'm gonna find out Barb has taken it upon herself to go up to the facility and act like she's a family member of one of the residents that I have. So she specifically went there and asked for me. One of the caregivers that came on after me did not do the appropriate checks and balances, but because she was acting like she was a family member, she went ahead and gave her my phone number. Y'all, Big Barb calls me and she is going in. She is cussing, she's saying, calling me all type of B words, saying that, you know, they have children, how could I? And at this point, I'm like, where are you? In the midst of her doing all of this commotion, I hear Steve in the background telling her to hang up the phone. And turns out they are actually in the parking lot of the facility that we work at. I hang up on Barbara and I call my boyfriend at the time and I tell him what's going on, and he's like, okay, where are you? We're about to go back up there. We get back up to my job, and y'all, Big Barb is going in on Steve. I mean, like, first, and then I'm like, too, why are y'all here doing this? Like, I mean, she's loud. She's loud, all in the parking lot. She's, you know, attacking Steve. Well, we'll just let you, whatever your mind comes up with, that's what she's doing. So as we get out of the car and we start to approach them, Big Barb and Steve both start apologizing. And I'm very confused because I'm like, what? You're sorry? Because I'm like, you were just calling me all types of names, home wrecker, all this stuff on the phone, and now you're apologizing to me? What's going on? Come to find out, there were actually 2 Ambers that worked there, and Big Barb was unaware. So the director of the facility, her name was Amber as well. Steve was actually having an affair with Amber, the director. Now, I can't knock Big Barb for doing her investigative duty. She done went through her man's phone. She saw messages and the woman's name was Amber, so she's coming up there. She knows he works at an assisted living facility. She's just doing what she has to do to catch her man. We sat there and watched them go at it just for a little bit longer, just for some entertainment, and then I was out after that. Steve continued to work there. Now, if he and Amber continued their affair, I do not know. That's not my business. But I wrapped up my time there shortly after that, not because of what happened, just because it was time. I'm getting ready to go do a demonstration for work, and I was just sitting here this morning just reflecting on all that God has done from a career standpoint and what he's brought me through. And I was like, oh my God, I totally forgot about that entire experience when I was working there, so I had to share. I will say that after that situation, I now understand why parents get so creative with their kids' names, because I feel like if Barbara would have walked in asking for a Sheikah Shay, everyone would know who she was talking about.
Story time on when I realized my best friend hated me the entire time we were friends, part 2. So yeah, I left off on when she wanted me to pay her bill and she got mad at me when I didn't, and I'm just like, yeah. So that whole thing happened. That's when she started really hanging out with the other girl more than me. And yeah, so stuff started getting real bad, y'all, in our friendship. I feel like she was just at her all-time rude as hell to me. Like she like the stuff that she would do and say sometimes when she got upset was crazy and unacceptable. But like I said, y'all, I'm like really I be loyal to the soil, too dang loyal to the soil, that I allow a lot of stuff. And this is when young Jada was like getting into makeup. So I was starting to do my own makeup when I was like, I started really liking makeup. I think I was like 17, 18. That's when I started really getting into makeup. And I used to go to her and I used to tell her like, friend, you know, like I want to be a makeup artist. Like I want to do makeup. And she would say stuff like, oh, I don't need makeup. Oh, I don't have to wear that. And why you got all that makeup on? And like she would just be like starting to be just mean to me, like rude to me. And it really, mind you, this is 5 years of us being friends. This is 5 years in. She started being real ugly towards me and saying hating so I'm not cussing, y'all. I'm intentionally not cussing. So yeah, but she would just say hating stuff towards me, and I just be like, I would let it roll off the shoulder. Like I said, I was being passive, but stuff was piling up and building up. So yeah, time was just going on, and I realized that she was just really becoming so rude, so ugly, so nasty towards me. Like the love was no longer there. Like she just didn't like me. Like it was just at the point where I really just don't think she liked me. So yeah, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, at this point I'm starting to be hurt. I'm starting to get hurt, like, cause it's starting to sink in, like, okay, y'all are about to like no longer have a friendship. Like she obviously is switching energy towards you. Like it's pretty much gonna be wrapped. So that started to really hurt my feelings, because like I said, this was my girl. And also I let it go on for so long because there was periods of time, you know, like any textbook narcissist, they would come through and be like, show you that they really care about you and they really love you at times, and then they'll also do terrible things towards you. So you don't know, like, if you're in a space where you can't differentiate the two, you're gonna hold on longer than you should. And that's what was happening. Like there was time periods where she really showed up and showed me that she was a friend to me. Like she actually really loved me. But then there was times that she showed me like very unacceptable stuff, just like just like she did when she was not supporting me, saying hating stuff. First of all, the bougie comments would have been it, because it's just like, so you basically saying you don't like my personality. You basically saying like you don't like my personality. That's basically what you're saying. And also, you know, when you just will get the shirt off your back for somebody, like I had that kind of love for her, so it was really hard to accept. Like, y'all, JD, you gotta wake up. Like, you gotta let this go. But I still did it, y'all. I still was friends. I still was letting stuff roll off the shoulder. I still was, you know, sticking beside her. But this is when we're getting to a point now. This is when I finally realized that everything that was happening was true. Everything I was hearing was true. And this is when I finally figured out her character. Let me tell you what happened. Okay, so one night we're on the way to her house. I had a car, so we were in my car. So we were on the way to her house. She was into it with her mom really bad. So they were arguing really bad, and but she had to stop by the house to get something because we were going to another friend's house after. So we stopped by, but when we stopped by and we walked inside, she into it with her mama bad. Like they going back and forth, they arguing really bad. They into it, and I was starting to feel uncomfortable. I'm like, maybe I should go sit in the car. But honestly, this stuff happened so fast. Like so as they were getting into it, we're about to leave. Now she's like, oh yeah, let's go, Jen. Let's just go. Let's go. We out of here. We finna go. We leaving. Then why her mama come out and say this, y'all? Her mama said while we was on the way out the door, she said, I don't even know why you're with Jada, because you talk about her like a dog. You don't even like her. Oh, really? So first of all, it was one thing to hear it from a rando girl, or one thing to peep energy that I didn't know, conspiracies. But coming from your mama, come on now, girl. Y'all, this hurt me to the core. I was so hurt when I heard that, because it was confirmation of everything that's been going on. And it was just like, that was undeniable proof. And I had already been telling God, like, God, I know, I see signs. Y'all, you know this is my best friend. You know how much I love her. I am not going to leave her alone until you show me a clear indication that this girl is not for me. And he did. The best indication, because it's coming straight from your mother, from your mama mouth. Y'all, I can't believe this. This was insane. And let me tell you what happened. So after she said that, after the mama said that, the girl, she was rushing out. She trying to rush out. Nah, you know what? You don't even know what you was talking about. And she kind of brushed it to the side, and she was like, "Come on, Jada, let's go. Like, let's go. And in my head, y'all, I remember just shutting down. Like, in my head, I'm just shutting down, because it was just like, that was it. That was a sign that I needed. This was the indication. It's wraps. Me and this girl, this is done. Like, it's wraps. And one thing about me, y'all, I'm a Taurus. So when things are wraps, they're wraps. Like, this was it. It was like, y'all know that Mariah Carey song, "It's a wrap for you, bet." That was playing in my head. I'm like, it's a wrap. But I'm quiet. I'm so quiet. Like, I'm not saying anything to her. I even get in the car with her. Like, I even take her to the next place, y'all. Because in my mind, I'm like, this is the last time this girl gonna hear from me. I've been taking nothing but disrespect from her. I show her nothing but love. You know, I've been hearing a lot of stuff about you. You've been treating me crazy. And you got the nerve to talk about me, not only to other people, but you talking about me in front of your mother, when you know that I pull up and I be with you all the time. Your mama see me all the time. Like, you. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think she thought that was like, I didn't really pay attention to what her mama said. I think she really thought that was like she just, she kind of was making it seem like it wasn't that big of a deal, because I ain't hear her try to explain herself or try to like follow up with what her mama was saying or nothing. She just kind of let it roll off. And I'm just like, little does she know, when I dropped her off, which was another nice thing that I didn't have to do, but I knew silence. One thing about me, baby, I'm gonna kill you with this silence. I already knew what I was gonna do. It was already a wrap. So I ended up taking her to the place. She's talking to me, venting, and I'm just driving. I'm just like, I'm not saying nothing. I'm quiet, because I'm like, yeah, this is it. Like, first of all, I'm hurt. I'm super hurt, because she don't know like how much stuff I've been keeping in and how much benefit of the doubt I was giving her. And hearing that was devastating to me, because it's like, I really gave you the benefit of the doubt, but here we are. So she just, so we end up pulling up to the next spot. So I drop her off. She like, "Oh, you're not coming?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." I'm like, "No, I want to go home." So she like, "Okay, I'll drop her off." Y'all, that was the last time I talked to her. The last time, I promise you. Like, she could not get through to me, like, at all. She called, I blocked her. She was messaging me, blocked her. Like, it was silence, nothing. She never heard anything. To this day, y'all, she never heard anything from me from that night. And I really don't even think she knows. That's why I never followed up with her. Like I say, y'all, I am retired from being passive aggressive, but it was so old that I'm like, I'm not finna rehash and tell her anything other reason. I just let it be. But I should have told her straight up like what it was. I should have let her know, like, girl, this is what been going on. I've been hearing nothing but bad things that you've been doing to me. You've been doing me dirty, and I did nothing but show you love. Like, I should have just gave it to her and let her know, because she's a victim. So she thinking that people doing stuff towards her. She probably think I was acting weird towards her. Like, no, girl, like, you don't even see yourself. Y'all, but come to the last part 3, so I can tell you how she showed her even more after I caught her and I let her know. So come to part 3.
Good morning, guys. We have to do this quickly because I have drama for you guys. Okay, so everything I'm gonna talk about is always gonna be the truth, and it's only gonna be from my perspective, from like what I've experienced firsthand, and not like he said, she said type. And everything I'm saying is not mean, it's literally just the truth. Just the tiniest bit of background information is I went to middle school with her, so like 6th grade to the 1st year of high school, and then she changed schools. Okay, so yesterday I went to Starbucks, and granted, this is a Starbucks 5 minutes from my school, and her school's 30 minutes away. And yes, there are other Starbucks like closer to her school. And while I'm walking through the parking lot, I pass this car, and all I hear is like hyena, like hysterical laughing coming out of the car. And I'm just like, you know, your car isn't soundproof. Like, I can hear you. And I turn and look at the car, and that's when I see her. At this point, I don't really care. Her name's Lily because she posted a TikTok about me, but we'll get there later. But like, all I hear coming out of this car is like laughing, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, look at her, ah, like screaming like that. So for real, if I didn't hear the laughing, I wouldn't even have known she was like in the parking lot because I don't know her car. So I get my cup of coffee from Starbucks and I leave to go back to my car. And while I'm in my car, I call my friend. Call my other friend. I'm like, do you want to go to Starbucks real quick and take a picture of my op? And mind you, this girl posts me like religiously on her private story, and I know this because so many people on her private story don't even like her, and they know me, and they're like, she said this about you. I can say that because they did send me the proof. So me and my friend went back to Starbucks, and we literally took a picture of her. Like, no joke, I just took a picture of her with flash on. Like, I didn't really care that much. So that's literally it. We go in, take a picture, leave. Like, we got Starbucks, obviously, but like, that was it. So then that was that. I low-key like forgot about it. Like, it wasn't like that big of a deal anymore until her TikTok popped up on my For You page. Like, the sound she was lip syncing to like was like, hey stalker, like, just, you know, I'm still gorgeous, or something like that. And then the caption on that TikTok was, if you're gonna make a post about me, you might as well tag me, which I thought was really ironic because she made that TikTok about me and didn't even tag me in it. So I was just like, let's not blow this like completely out of proportion. So I just reposted it. So I simply commented, if you're gonna make a full-blown TikTok about me, you might as well tag me. And one thing about Lily is she loves to start beef, but she can never finish it herself. So I got a response in the comments, and it was from a different girl who's like my ex-friend, and now they like talk about me all the time together. And she was just like, well, you didn't tag us when you posted us. And I was like, posted us? I've never posted you. And the thing about both of them is they change men more than they change their underwear. Like, they're with a different guy every month, like every week, like, and I've been with the same guy for 3 years. Like, hello? So I didn't like that she got involved in drama that wasn't her own drama because I didn't mention her name once. So I clapped back, and I'm just like, oh, since when were you involved? Why don't you go run back to? And then I listed a bunch of the guys she was with. Not to mention, I never unfollowed her on Instagram on her spam account just because I just didn't remember to. Like, it wasn't like crossing my mind or anything. And she still views my stories even though she doesn't she doesn't follow me. So then she basically added me on Snap and then got into my TikTok DMs and was just like, let's talk this out. Like, but not like let's talk this out, like let's argue. And then she literally had to block me because I clocked back in the comment section so hard. So now I saw her video on like this account, and it literally, like, the video's still up, but now it only has 2 comments, and it's her and her friend being like, oh, you ate this up, and she goes, I know, right? Like, you literally like got rid of me because you got clocked in your own comment section. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and sorry for all the drama.
I went on a date with a 50-year-old man. First off, I want to say that I met him at the gas station, and he also had a hat on when I met him. And then when he came and picked me up for a date, he was bald. So I was catfished. I thought, like, yeah, maybe we're gonna go to lunch or dinner. He was like, we're going to Six Flags. I'm like, okay. That's fine. That's a little, you know, adventurous, I guess. But yeah, so we ended up going to Six Flags, and I asked him how old he was, and he refused to tell me. Before we even linked up, I told him I was 25 and that I had just turned 25, and that was just like a conversation that came up. And then when I asked him how old he was, he just was like, I don't really care about age, like, you could just find out. I'm like, are you older than my dad? My dad's 44. He was like, I'm about 2 years older than him. I'm like, so you're 46? He was like, yeah. No, you're not. So he kept like recording me, which was the first red flag. Like, why are you recording me? I don't fucking know. But like, put your phone up, stop recording me. That's weird. I don't even know you. Then it'll be times where he would like space out. Like, I would catch him like just looking like he was plotting something. I don't know. Then we're on the roller coasters and I'm screaming and stuff, and he's literally like this. Like, what? Like, ew. I also want to note that, like, he was one of those guys that sounded like he had everything going on and he just knew what he was talking about, very intelligent and stuff like that. Almost like he would love to sell a dream. You know what I'm saying? And also, it was like he had this thing where he wanted to drink. And he wanted to drink champagne while he wanted me to drink tequila. Weird. So after we leave Six Flags, we end up going to like a bar. Ooh. We end up going to a bar, and he goes up to the waitress while I'm sitting at the table, and he orders 2 shots of Don Julio Reposado, and then he orders a drink for himself, right? So the 2 shots come, and I didn't ask for this either. Like, I didn't ask him to order me 2 shots of anything or any shot at all. She brings 2 shots to the table, and it's 2 Don Repo shots, and then it's a cup, and it looks like Sprite. So I pick up one of the shots and I give it to him. I'm like, let's take the shot. He's like, oh no, I don't want that shot. I have Patron and Sprite. And he picks up the cup with the Sprite inside. So I grab the cup out of his hand and I sip it, and lo and behold, it's no Patron in there. It's only Sprite. So you mean to tell me that you were going to watch me or try to make me take 2 Don Julio Reposado shots while you pretended that you were drinking and you weren't? Predator? It's giving Predator. What the fuck? So at this point, we're arguing in the middle of U-Bar because I want to go home, and you weird as fuck. Like, why would you do that? Only weirdos do that. Like, that's the weirdest stuff I've ever seen in my life. And the fact that you thought that you was going to be able to get away with that, and the fact that anybody else that didn't know better would have believed you and probably drunk those 2 shots. How many times have you done this, sir? Like, I'm going to go home. So he starts to snatch my phone. Every time I text or try to text, he snatches my phone. He won't give it back. We end up getting in the car. I want to go home. He refuses to take me home, y'all. Like, what is wrong with this man? So at this point, I'm thinking that he's on the way to take me home. No, we end up at the freaking Beltline, which is a park that you ride scooters at. It is 11 p.m. I'm not riding scooters with you at the Beltline in a dark park. He's talking about something. It's a bar out there on the Beltline that we can go to. It's 11 p.m. on a Sunday. There is no bar open on the Beltline. You will not take me on these scooters, y'all. He insisted. Like, he literally was trying to force me to get on those scooters. And I'm like, yeah, no. So I started cussing him out, clean out. Like, take me now. Like, stop playing with me. For real. And he was like, all right, I'm going to take you home. And after that, I knew that, 1, something was wrong with that man. 2, I knew his intentions were bad. 3, I know that I feel like he's done something before and gotten away with it probably plenty of times. And 4, that was his last time seeing me. I only tried that because my homegirls be trying to, they like older men. Like, they like to date older men. They love it. So I'm like, let me try it out. I don't got nothing to lose. I don't got nothing going on. Let me try it never again. Okay? I'm going to stick to what I know. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you about the time I fucked this boy my homegirl like while she was there. My comments yesterday made me realize that some of y'all think I'm without fault. And that is an invalidation to the people that I've hurt throughout my life. And I don't want people to think that I don't be wrong. I be telling stories to make other people look bad, so I'm gonna tell stories that make myself look bad as well. Because even though I be dead wrong, I will never not stand on the shit I do. This happened in college when I was 19 years old. I had this homegirl who wasn't, in my mind, actually my homegirl, but I still hung out with her. I no longer hang out with people I don't actually like anymore, but at that time I did. So anyways, we was like party friends. We would hang out and go out every single weekend, but she would get on my nerves the entire time because she would complain about everything. And then she would go out with us knowing we was going to stay out to the crack of dawn, 6 in the morning, but she had work every time. And then she would be trying to make us leave early. I mean, how inconsiderate. Now, usually I only hung out with her with my other 2 homegirls. You know, we was in that little trio. I would only hang out with her in a group because she was annoying. I could not deal with hanging out with her by myself. But one weekend, my best friend went back home. Now, Friday night, I ended up hanging out with her and my other homegirl, so it was 3 of us. But she got on our nerves so bad that night, we ended up locking her out the room. I don't know what possessed me to hang out with her the next day, but I did. And my other homegirl couldn't go, so I had to hang out with her by myself. Now, let's rewind a little bit. One time we went out and we met this fine man, the whole group of us. He wasn't even a man, he was a boy, because we was in college. Anyways, we met this fine boy, and we all was talking to him, da-da-da-da. We went back to the car. We was talking about how cute he is. The girl go say, but I got the number. You know what? A bitch like me go note something like that in her head for a lifetime. I will never let nothing go like that. Are you trying to embarrass me? Fast forward to the night we hung out. We ended up hanging out with this boy that she had met the night before at one of the parties we went to. And he was driving us around to house parties. At the end of the night, he was like, y'all want to go back to the dorm? I was like, yes. She was like, no. He was like, I'm not taking 2 trips, so y'all both gonna have to come with me. I was pissed. I was pissed because I already had a terrible night hanging out with her. But then on top of that, any other time you want to go home early, but tonight, because we were a man, you want to stay out all night? So he ended up taking us back to his apartment. I don't even remember his boy's name for real. He was light-skinned and tall. That's all I remember about him. Anyways, we get to his house. We go to bed. We all sleep in the bed. He sleep in the middle. In the middle of the night, I feel a rod on my backside. And I don't know what kind of sickness came over my body. I don't know what was going through me. But I hiked my little booty up and put it closer to that rod. And then I felt that rod get closer to me. And then I woke up out my sleep and I realized this wasn't no rod. That was his chicken nugget. He rubbed that chicken nugget on me. And then he rubbed that chicken nugget in me. And then we went in the bathroom and we did the do. When I came back out the bathroom, she was gone. And I think I gotta tell y'all the part 2 of what ended up happening with her. But anyways, there's me.
Get ready with me while I talk about one of my most evilest talking stages ever. He might have been from hell. I don't know. Technically, he was my man at one point in time. See this on your FYP? Comment FYP. Basically, this takes place the summer before 7th grade. We're gonna call him Q. Basically, I had met Q on Snapchat one day. So, me and my friend were just talking, hanging out, and Q had added me out of nowhere. But Q had basically sent a picture of himself, and I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. Oh, I was definitely 110% going. Sent a picture of myself, and he was like, oh, you cute too. I was like, my man. The thing about Q is, y'all, he could barely type. Like, he was kind of slow, but he was in a grade above me, but he was slow. So he had texted me, and he was like oh, I want to go, I want to get some pizza. And you're like, Destiny, what's slow about that? He didn't spell it that way. Well, it looked like, I want to get out. Can we get some pleaser? And I was like, what's pleaser? You want to please me? I was like, what the fuck is he saying? And me and my friend just cracking up. I was like, oh, my man kind of slow a little bit. And she's like, yeah. But later that day, he had asked me out and asked me to be his girlfriend. I was like, yes. Mind y'all, after one day, not even a full day, like 10 hours, 8 hours, everything was going good for a short while or whatever. Like, I was talking to him. We were having good little conversation, 1, 2. Like, I was like, okay, this is my man. And I never met him in real life, though, before. But he lived in the same city I did. Basically, my friend had a birthday trip in Chicago that summer, and I had went. So basically, I was telling all my friends on the trip or whatever, oh, my man, he's so cute or whatever. Just sent him a streak of everybody, and he was like, who's that girl in the back? She fine. So I'm like, what do you mean who that girl in the back is? She fine. I'm like, that's literally my friend. You're my boyfriend. So basically, all my friends, they start going off on him. They start sending voice memos from Snapchat because we were texting on Snapchat. And they're like, you weird as fuck. One moment, my friend would be going off on him or whatever, talking about oh, you weird. And then he would be like oh, you ugly as fuck. But then the next moment, he's like, babe, don't listen to them. So basically, I was trying to play little devil's advocate for this man, talking about, well, he's so nice to me. And if your man ever disrespects your friends, cut him off immediately. No. Basically, after that, I cut him off. And you're thinking, oh, that's the end of it. Y'all, it's next summer, and he had moved to a whole different state or whatever. Y'all, why the fuck did this man add me and my 3 best friends to a group chat? Whole situation that happened a month or 2 earlier with this girl, whatever, and he was like, oh, y'all scary as fuck, y'all so scared of her. I'm like, bro, why'd you ask to the group chat to tell us that? We weren't scary at the time. He was just being messy. Mind y'all, he's over here telling us all this, that, and the third, but he's also flirting with all of us. So he's over here texting me one minute in the group chat. He's like, Destiny, I miss you, babe, I miss you, da-da-da. And y'all, he didn't even spell my name right. He spelled it so dyslexic because he's dumb. But to like Destiny, and I'm like, the fuck? Next moment, he flirting with my 2 other homegirls. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? It's weird. He didn't even stop at homegirls. He started flirting with my homeboy too. But y'all, this video is already getting way too long. If y'all want a part 2 on more stuff that he did, I can make a part 2. But bye, y'all.
Never let a man come over to your house after a first date. And if you used to do that, you're not going to do that after this story time. Let's go.
I also forget to mention that it's a true story time. Yeah, let us begin. The story starts off with this young girl. She goes on a first date with this guy. They go out to get dinner, and honestly, he was a green flag all throughout. Like, he was nice to the waitresses. He paid for the bill. Like, no red flags at all. This is why no matter how normal or nice a guy seems to be, you can never trust them too quickly because the story's like this. The dinner goes great, he pays the bill, and then they just go about their day and they go to their own homes. So obviously this is a respectful man, right? Like, he didn't even try to like get her to come over and didn't ask to go over to her house yet. So she goes home and then she gets a call from him, and he's basically saying how he can't find his key, his roommate is not answering the phone, and if he could just come over for the time being until either his roommate answers the phone or he finds his key somehow. And she obviously said yes because, once again, no red flags. He comes over, they're having a blast, they're just sitting on the couch, talking, vibing, and then it just gets really late, so she's like, hey, you can sleep on the couch until you figure things out, I'm gonna go to my room. And something told her to lock the door. Obviously, she lives alone, she doesn't normally lock the door, but something, an instinct. A woman's instinct is always right. So she ends up locking the door and then just going to sleep. A couple hours pass, and then she gets a knock on her bedroom door, and it's him asking for a phone charger because his died. Something told her, once again, don't open the door, just tell him where it is. So she does not move, and she says, it's on the kitchen counter, like, help yourself. And he says thank you, and then he goes about his business, and then she just goes back to bed. Okay, this is where it gets a little for me. A couple minutes go by, and then he comes back and knocks on the door and says, hey, like, this charger's not working, like, do you have a charger in your room that I can borrow? Something just like raises a flag in her head, like, hey, something's wrong, why does he want to get into my room so bad? So she calls the police. After she calls the police, she hears like the door kind of opening, she hears like a bunch of commotion outside, and then a couple minutes later, the police knock on her bedroom door and say, hey, like, you're safe, he's in custody, come outside and look at your living room. Guess what she saw? Please, just pause the video. I want you guys to guess first before you actually hear what it is. So she walks out from her bedroom to her living room with the police, and she sees her whole living room fully plastered, and she just sees a box of power tools. So drills, axes, you name it, it was in that power tool box. If she left her room and she didn't use her womanly instincts, you guys, women, we're never wrong. I said what I said and I meant it. If she did not just listen to her instincts, she would have been gone. I'm so scared for women. Like, we're not safe ever, and it's really sad. I really want to know how she felt in that moment. Like, just to be like, whoa, like, I just listened to my gut, and that's the main reason I'm still alive till this day. Like, if you're watching this, I'm so proud of you, and I hope you know that. Moral of the story is, a man can be so normal, have the perfect job, and just be a walking green flag and still not be the person that you think he is. So just don't let anyone into your home. Make sure that you guys run a background check first. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.
Story time on how me and my best friend had a real bad falling out because I went to go visit her in Maryland. Well, she thought I was going to visit her in Maryland, but I was really going to see this guy. So me and my best friend has been friends for a long time, okay? She was my roommate since my freshman year of college. She's from Maryland, I am from Philadelphia. So we haven't seen each other for like a year or two, and I was like, hey girl, I want to come and visit you, right? So I had got a babysitter because I was the friend that had to go have a baby early. So I had got a babysitter for the weekend, and I went to go visit her. But I also been talking to this guy that's from the DMV area as well. And I really wanted to link up with this guy, but I really wanted to spend time with my best friend, but I wanted to spend time with this guy even more. When I got there, we were supposed to like chill, go out, get dressed, get cute. And the first night we did. The first night we had a really good time. We went to like this bar that I was dancing my behind off. I had the best time of my life. We had a really good time, and then we wound up coming back to her place, falling asleep. The next day I'm like, hey, such and such invited me over his house to see him. I'm like, well, we both can go. We gonna go, we could play some cards, you know. His brother and his friend gonna be there, so, you know. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna go, trying to be a good wingman. Now I know how she is. I knew that she really didn't want to go, but she was gonna go to support me. Her being a really good friend, right? So we get there, and it was already late. It's probably like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, right? It was already late. And she don't know how to play spades. So we losing in spades, and I'm just like, man, you know, we talking all the trash, but I'm losing in spades because she was my partner and she ain't know how to play spades. But we had a good time. It was a good conversation. And it was getting late. So I wound up going upstairs, you know, by the end of the night. Now, she kept calling me, texting me, but I had fell asleep upstairs and left her downstairs with the guy I was seeing at the time, friend. Now, I knew that she probably wasn't too interested in this friend, and I know how she is, and I didn't care about none of that. I was there trying to see that man. So I wound up falling asleep to the point where, like, the next day I woke up probably like 11 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, I got the best sleep of my life. And I woke up, I was like, oh my God, it's like 11 o'clock. So I run downstairs. I'm like, is she still here? Is she still here? So she wasn't there. Like, and I'm like, oh my God, she is going to me. You know, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, where is she at? Like, I don't even know what happened. So I'm calling her, texting her, calling her, texting her. She finally answers and she says that the guy I was seeing friend, gave her a ride home. And I'm like, okay. And I could tell that she was upset. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to face her. But instead of just running to her place to face her, I just stay at his house. I just was like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with the conflict and the drama. So I just wound up like staying longer at his house. So after everything was said and done, we finally talked about it because we had a falling out about it. And she was upset with me and she had the right to be upset with me. You know, of course, now that I'm older especially, I know she had the right to be upset with me. But do y'all think I was wrong? I know I was wrong. I think I was wrong. Let me say that because I know TikTok real. I think I was wrong. But do y'all think I was wrong? I know it's so much, right? But I'm telling y'all a quick little story time. But I left her downstairs, went upstairs, went to sleep, and just left her down there. And then I came into town, and she thinking that we gonna hang together, but my intention really was to see that man. And you wanna know the funny part about it? I'm only able to tell the story, number one, because she gave me consent. She told me I should tell the story today. She gave me consent. That's number one. And number two, this the same man that I went to see is the same man I'm still with till today. So I'm able to tell this story. But this was like a bad friend moment for me, and it almost really ruined my friendship with this amazing, beautiful woman who I love to death, who's like a sister to me, family. So I'm happy that it didn't, but we were talking about how men or these situations with men ruin friendships. And I'm happy that this one did not ruin our friendship because I was wrong. I was young though, but I was wrong. This had to happen like 8-9 years ago. Like 8 years. This happened a while ago. Like me and her been best friends. We've been tight for a while. But these situations happen, and especially when you're younger. Women do stuff for men all the time, and you know, I'm just happy that this wasn't a thing where it ruined my friendship for good. So let me know if y'all think I was wrong, or let me know if she over exaggerated. Like if I was with my man, she should have just understood. Let me know how y'all feel about that. I thought I'd do a funny little story time because I know y'all probably online up all night scrolling the internet. But yeah, y'all have a good night. Leave me some comments. Let me know if I'm a bad friend. I know y'all tell me because TikTok don't play. I know y'all tell me, girl, you shady. Girl, you this. Girl, you that. I know y'all tell me. So let me know. Y'all have a good night. Look forward to hearing y'all comments. Bye-bye.